Watts case. Somewhere along the line, you made some statements about how you know Chris.
Yeah, I met on Tinder at the beginning of like March-ish.
Okay.
And it was just like, I don't know, it was like Fast and Furious. I have a whole bunch of like articles written about me, and I think it's kind of like crossing over with the other girl, but like people have been like taking random pictures of me just walking down the street, and I just, you know, I have no idea what to say, you know. I mean, we just met once, and
Okay, and this was March of
this year,
2018, and you met on Tinder.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I've never used Tinder. Is there like a username, or how does that work?
Yeah, so it's just like a profile you create. I've gotten back on there because you can deactivate it and reactivate it. It can either go off like your Facebook or Gmail, or you can just make a whole new like account or something like that. And so I went back and checked, and his profile wasn't there, so he must have deleted it on him. And
Okay, and what was his profile name?
I don't remember. It just said Chris.
Did it have like a picture? It said Chris?
Mm-hmm.
Is that
And
just...
the pictures I remember he posted were him. It was like, I guess like a catfish thing, but he used another guy's like picture. It looked similar, and it was definitely not the guy in the picture when I met him. I said it was just like a one-time thing. Like I'm I'm sorry, I'm really nervous.
It's okay. No, just relax.
Like I have nothing to hide, nothing at all. I mean, you know, it's a little bit overwhelming, but, you know, and it's humiliating on, like, my end. It makes me feel, you know, come off as a whore. But, you know, I mean...
So just walk me through from the one time that you said you met Chris at Tinder. Just walk me through that day, evening, whatever it was, that time period.
I don't know, we just met, I don't know, it's like so blurry. And we just like met at the parking lot, Chick-fil-A. I don't know, it sounds funny. And I got something to drink, and then we just went back to my house. And
You both went back to your house?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so which Chick-fil-A was that?
One on Center Place.
On Center Place?
Uh-huh.
So he drove here?
Yeah. And like, it's around like the February, March time period. I couldn't tell you, I mean, I've met up, but, you know, I'm not trying to, you know, sound like a whore or not, but, you know, I went through a nasty divorce, and, you know, my kids are in Vermont, and so I just kind of went wild. And, you know, it's not safe, and, you know.
I'm not gonna judge you here for that. That's not the purpose of this meeting, so don't worry about that. Okay, I don't care. So talk to me just a little bit about where you met up. You said at the Chick-fil-A.
Mm-hmm.
Did you both drive there?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, where was he driving?
He was driving a truck.
Okay, what did that truck look like?
I think it was like Navy or something.
Navy?
Yeah, like blue, black, something like that.
Okay. Do you know what kind of truck? Is it just a pickup? Anything specific about it or unique about it?
Mm-hmm. Well, I remember. And then I remember just kind of, I don't know, I got something to drink, and then we just like, it was like so humiliating for me, I mean, because, I mean, the meetup was just about sex. So I kind of just like went and, met him somewhere. It really wasn't like I know it's kind of funny now, but I was like a killer. And, no radars went off or anything, and so, I mean, it's just like scary, like, I have this guy in my home, and, we, had sex, and he left.
Was that in the truck?
No, it was in my house.
So you both pull up at the Chick-fil-A, and he pulls up in the navy blue truck, and you pull up in your car. What happened? Just walk me through that with a little bit of detail.
I think it's just embarrassing. Like,
Don't worry about that. That's just us in this room, and I could care less about that kind of stuff.
So it's just to kind of just get a picture of like him, like what like a character, like kind of thing. So I remember he walked over to my car. I drive a Honda CRV, and we're like, "Oh, you want to go in or anything?" And so I went inside. He stayed out there, and I got something to drink, and then we just sat down and talked for a little bit. I remember talking to him about the Anadarko, where he worked, because my ex-husband tried to get on with them, but he had a history of like domestic violence and everything, so they wouldn't hire him. And so I remember that conversation, and he was like, "Oh, that's funny." So I just remember that. And then he said that he was like split from his, he called baby mama, and she wouldn't let him see his kids. And I remember kind of clicking with him about that, because my boys are in Vermont with my ex-husband, and it's been a nasty battle. And so, so that was kind of like the conversation, and then we agreed to go back to my place, and we did it, and he left, and that was the end of the conversation.
Okay. Excuse me. So the Tinder thing, got a couple of questions about how that works. So is that just like an app where you can chat?
Yeah, you swipe left or right, and then if you match, then you can talk. If not, you move on.
So did you actually talk on the phone with him before you met? Like, hey, meet me at the Chick-fil-A? How does that work?
So we talked back and forth, and then I had a different number through like a text now app, just because it was really like I'm really like funny about who has my like number. Like I'm all about like my privacy and stuff. So I was talking to him through like a text now app. I no longer have my phone. I do have a new one, but I'm kind of like, I don't have Tinder on this one. But yeah, I mean, it's just a regular dating app, like Plenty of Fish or like Cupid or something.
Okay. So then how did you arrange the meeting at Chick-fil-A?
Through Tinder.
I mean, how did you actually, is it all texting, or is it all, did you say meet me at Chick-fil-A on Center Place, or?
Mm-hmm. I do remember that.
And how did he know to find you?
Because he had that text now number. It's a number that I use to like talk to people, like my clients or something like that, because I do hair, and said I don't like people having like my actual phone number. So it was a text now app. I said this was a long time ago. I couldn't even tell you what number he had. Like I don't have anything like.
So he called you on this text now phone number?
Mm-hmm.
So
he didn't call me. It was all through text and stuff.
It was all through text, but you don't remember the number?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. About what time do you think that was?
Like, what do you mean? What time it was?
Like time of day, night?
Let's see. So, like a day or two before, we just like talk like, hey, what's up? And then it was just more of like a spur of the moment like thing. I don't know.
But I mean, what time
of day did we?
Yeah, was it in the evening when you were at the Chick-fil-A?
Mm-hmm.
It was in the evening. About what time do you think though?
Like 7:45 ish. It after I got off of work, and I went straight there. I got off of work at 7, so.
So really, a long time it took you to drive there?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so you're messaging while you're at work about where to meet and all?
While I was at work, yeah, I decided to meet there and just meet and do it, you know. I mean, it's pretty hard for me to talk about because I had to explain to my parents, you know, like 7 years at my door, you know. I mean, it was just like, you know, I mean, like I said, like after, you know, my boys left from the divorce and stuff like that, I just went like batshit crazy and just, you know, hooked up with,
Yeah, I get
you
that.
know, I mean,
Don't worry
it's
about that, no.
just, you know, I wish I could remember more details, you know, but like, seriously, like, it's so shameful for me to say, you know, up until like, you know, a couple of weeks ago, I would say, like, I just was able to calm down and, you know, like, I also had like a brain injury last year, traumatic brain injury, and I think that kind of contributes to my memory and stuff like that. But
How did that occur? Don't mind me asking.
it was in January of last year, and I fell and hit my head on ice, and it was hard. And I just remember waking up. I was in that basement apartment when that Chris was at, and I remember my mom, I didn't pick up my daughter from school, and my mom kind of thought that was weird, and she came to I don't know how I made it back into the house, but she came in, and next thing I know, like, I woke up in ICU. So, I mean, I was there for like 5 days and recovered pretty well. It was a subdermal hematoma, and so.
Okay. Okay, so after the Chick-fil-A, take me from there.
He just followed me to my place. And I lived at the time clear on 18th Avenue.
Remember the address?
1801 and a half 18th Avenue.
Okay, I'm listening.
And we got out, kind of. I smoked a cigarette, and I went inside, and it was really, like, fast. It was really aggressive, and he left.
Okay, and what do you mean by fast and aggressive?
He was very, like, rough. That's all I'm gonna say. And, like, I don't know, like, in all honesty, like, it's just, I'm not, like, you know, I just, like, remember seeing that face, and, you know, the tattoos, and the Anadarko job, and stuff like that, and the name, but other than that, like, you know, like I said, like, before, like, I couldn't pick out, like, 90% of the guys that I've been with, you know, and, like, I know it sounds awful, but, you know, like, you know, it just seems unreal that, you know, I would know somebody that did that. Like, you know, I keep having these doubts, so I just, you know, I'm just not 100% sure. I mean, it's just like that all the details, you know, match, like, you know, it's just.
So what point did he tell you his name?
In the app.
In the app? He told you his name was Chris Watts in the app?
Well, not Watts. I mean, like, you know, you just put your first name.
Okay, so he never told you his name was Watts? So how do you know it's him?
I just recognized the face and everything.
Okay. Tell me about his tattoos.
I remember they were on his back and his arms, but other than that, I don't remember. I don't remember much. I don't know he had tattoos on his arms and on his back. a strong witness or anything like that. It's just an interaction I have with him.
Do you remember seeing the tattoos on his legs? So, you said, describe what you mean by aggressive, when he's aggressive with you.
I really don't want to say much. I really don't.
Well, it's a pretty important case, so. You're now in the middle of it.
What's that?
You're now in the middle of it, at least this part of it. So, you said that he was being aggressive, so you need to tell me what that's about.
I don't know, I was told to not really, say much without a lawyer. I just don't want to incriminate myself anyway.
I can tell you that I'm not looking at you for any criminal means. You're not as a witness. Okay, so don't worry about that.
I don't know, I just remember kind of, it was I don't know, it's just it's hard to explain. It was it's humiliating for me to talk about. It really is. You know, I mean, he was rough, as in, it's just, he tried to, stick it in my butt. So it was weird, and I don't want to talk about that.
Okay, but what else that was aggressive, or how did you feel?
Pulling my hair and putting his arms around my neck. It was like a rape fantasy thing. That's how I, describe it. It's really I just remember thinking, what the fuck when he left. I actually had to, push him off me at one point.
Okay. I'm sorry, but I have to ask that. Back up. Do you have your ID with you? Okay. See that real quick, please.
Yes.
What's your current address now? Is it on your DL there?
No, this is the old one. I haven't gotten it.
Oh, your ID card. So what's your current address now?
2106 and a half Gate Avenue.
So you were saying that people are taking pictures of you now and following you around, is that correct?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, tell me about that a little bit.
Pictures here that I've screenshot, and people screenshot and send them to me.
Okay. What is this, Facebook?
Yeah, it's an article
Screenshot
on
from it.
Facebook, and then on the other ones, they're using I deactivated my Facebook and everything just because of all the messages and stuff that I've been getting, but yeah, that's
So you don't have any of that anymore?
the messages. Yeah.
What are the content of the messages, I guess?
Let me pull some up. So somehow my messenger is still active if even though I deleted my Facebook. I don't know how that works, but like I didn't accept them. But this one's like. So the content of them is like that. How this started is my big mouth. I joined a group that was like this Kimberly Kessler, this thing in Florida, this hairdresser that went missing, and accused like one of her coworkers of her disappearance. And so it's called like a sleuth group or something like that, and they created one about the lost case. And there's something about like, oh, I wonder if, there's a history of infidelity. And stupid me, I'm like, well, I met this guy on Tinder, and I'm not even kidding, within like 2 hours I had like 400 notifications and, like 30 messages, and I deleted it. I deleted everything. I deleted my Facebook, and then, just all of a sudden, like, reporters and news people got, they tracked down my phone number, they tracked down my email addresses, and even, like, know where I work, and, I was, like, put on suspension at work because of those pictures and stuff floating around they don't want.
The picture you just showed me?
Yeah, my boss sent me that.
Can you pull that back up for me? Can I take a picture of that? So when you said that I met this guy on Tinder, who are you referring to? Chris Watts?
Yes.
Okay. And that's how everything got out?
Yep.
And when did that happen?
I want to say like a couple of days after it came out that he had killed her, that he killed his family. So it was like when it was discovered that all the details, so it was a couple of weeks ago, probably like timeline wise, because I was at work, so I don't have cable or anything. Everything I see is from Facebook, and I'm not on very much, and so like I had no idea any of this was going on until I joined the group. I saw like it's weird because one of my friends is so Nicole Utah, that used to be her name. She was my manager over at Supercuts here in Greeley, and she was Shanann's best friend. She's the one that did all the interviews and stuff like that. And so I saw something on her Facebook about like Shanann missing and stuff, and so I knew like that part, but I didn't know like it was about Chris. So it's a small world.
So you said Nicole, you and Nicole worked together?
A long time ago.
And that was how long ago?
That was when I was still married. Probably like 2013, I want to say 2013.
Okay, do you know him? You said Utah?
Mm-hmm.
And at where?
Supercuts?
Where did it go?
Oh, by Walmart and Noodles, just West 10th here.
Okay. And you are positive the guy you met on Tinder is Chris Watts.
See, and that's the $1 million question. Like, everything matches up from, from what I remember, but I'm just like not like confident enough to get up there and be like, yeah, that was him. Like, if it were just weeks ago, that'd be one thing, but, I've been like going back and forth with this the whole time. I am like 99.9% that is him. Honestly, like all the other guys that you know, hooked up with. I really couldn't point them out in the crowd, you know, I just went like, just crazy. Like, that's all I can, like really say, like, you know, it's all these men, you know, like, you know, I'm honestly, you know, it is 99.9% sure it was him. Like, I wish I had more, I really wish I did, but, you know, it's like, I don't.
The 1% doubt is because of why?
Probably because of the complexity of this case.
What does that mean?
You know, I mean, just the not, you know, wanting to get involved, just not, you know, like, believing it's true, you know, just kind of denial about, you know, being a whore or something like that, and like coming, you know, forward, but like, seriously, like, I just that 1% chance, you know, it's like I'm more like leaning, I guess, I just like every, like, you know, just what I have in my head, like, you know, just those images that I can't get out are kind of burned in there, you know, but I have this, like, these doubts, you know, like, it's just, I just don't know.
Okay. Did he talk about his family?
He just said that he was separated, like I said. Yeah, he was baby mama, wouldn't let him see his kids. He didn't say anything else, but I remember him saying that. And then the Anadarko conversation are the only two conversations that we really had.
Okay, so he told you he worked for Anadarko? And was that before or after you met him?
This was
during what?
Our meeting, yeah, at Chick-fil-A.
At Chick-fil-A. Mm-hmm. Okay. Did he ask you what you did?
Yeah, you know, I did hair.
For Supercuts?
No, I'm on Great Clips in Portland.
That's where you're at now? Mm-hmm. Okay. And were you at Great Clips at that same time you met him?
Yes.
Is there anything else that you can think of that I need to know, that you think I should know?
I'll definitely call you if I think of anything.
Okay. With that, I'm going to give you my card. Okay? And hang on just a minute, and I'll be right back.
Okay.
The very best for you.
Not too early, am I?
We talked to the neighbor, we looked at anybody else that maybe had a camera somewhere, but nothing was going on. They had other community services, like go into houses, like not, hey, did you see anything, like, do you have a camera, do you see anything like that? And we had nothing at all. And it was just like, all right, so at this point I'm hoping, all right, she's at a friend's house, she's safe, and she's just like decompressing, or like she's safe. But like that night, like as I'm like calling like hospitals and hotels, and it's like there's nothing, like there's nothing there, like nobody's had her check in, there's nothing at all. mean, they have her phone, like, hopefully maybe it's a number I don't know. Hopefully it's like, you know, like a burner phone or some kind of like phone she bought, and she could just text me and call me like, hey, I'm okay. Something. Or just get a knock on the door, and then the kids just run in. And I was just like, it didn't happen. And when I was going through like that night, just trying to process everything, like, I miss like the kids like sitting at the dinner table and like having to tell them to eat their dinner, and like I miss them throwing the chicken nuggets at me. Like when I went to their rooms, just kind of like, you know, make their beds. And it's like I wasn't gonna turn the rain machines on, you know, like I wasn't like, you know, gonna read them a book. I wasn't gonna kiss them goodnight. I wasn't gonna like, you know, do that. I wasn't gonna play in the playroom. I wasn't giving them like their nightly snack, like their nighttime snack. I wasn't, you know, giving them their medicine. I wasn't, you know, getting them dressed for bed. All that, like, it just hit me. It's like I'm not turning the monitor on to watch them because they're not here. It's like, where are they? And that night was just like, I didn't even want to stay in the house that night, but I knew I had to, just in case, like, maybe they came home, maybe they would come in that front door, garage door, or something would happen. But nothing happened that night. So I just laid in bed and took phone calls and texts from all our friends that I couldn't sleep either, and just asking for prayers, just asking prayers in general, just like these kids and her are gonna come home, they're gonna come home safe. And the next day, well, detective, he called me about 2 a.m. just saying like, hey, we're gonna do like the missing persons report, and I'll get that all going. But yeah, it's like the next day, like when everything like started happening, as far as the news crews like pulling in, and then all the K9 units and the drones flying over my house, it was just like, it all set in like, this is not, she's not, they think something happened. Because all this right here, this means that, okay, my worst fear, that's where this is going right now. Because I thought she was just at somebody's house and she was safe. But now, it's going the other direction. With all this going on, with the dogs coming in, with the news media, everything just kind of happening, it's like, all right, this has gone to a totally different direction. And it's like, I was when all my friends like were coming over to give me some support, I knew that like, all right, like I was happy all my friends came over to just support. I didn't want to be alone at that point in time. Like this is the time you don't want to be alone at all. And my friends are supporting me all through this, and I just want to find them. I want them to come home safe, like wherever they are. I hope they are safe, and I really hope they can just come home. But FBI agent Graham, he's been really helpful. I mean, he didn't tell me what leads they have for today, but I'm hoping that it leads to them coming home. Because just being in that house and not being able to tuck them in, it's heart-wrenching, it's earth-shattering right now, because those are my kids. Those are like you made those kids, you know, like, do you have kids? It's like, so like, just not being able to like, you know, kiss them goodnight and saying I love you, daddy, or I miss you, daddy, or something like that. You know, because they were without me for 5 weeks. And I got to FaceTime them every night. And it was just not being able to do anything, like knowing that they were just here and not knowing where they are now. It's a nightmare right now.
So, thank you for explaining all that to me. Obviously, I have more questions, so I may kind of piece it out, just going back, just so I understand everything. And you kept saying that you thought she was at a friend's house. Do you still think she's at a friend's house?
At this point, I don't. Because all this, like, everything that's happened now.
So what does that make you think of?
It just makes me feel like either she vanished, like she's had the kids and she's somewhere going on, like, it makes me feel like, all right, maybe somebody has her that's not keeping her safe. Or something terrible has happened. And that's the nightmare.
And what would that terrible thing be?
If somebody hurt them.
That's running through your mind sometimes?
I don't want that to run through my mind, but it's running through my mind that somebody has hurt them. And that they are not safe. I really want them to be safe. I want them to come home.
Right. And we want them to come home too. So let's kind of break it down back to when Shanann went to Arizona.
Mm-hmm.
So what was she in Arizona for?
Drive local.
Oh, okay.
I saw that again down there with some of the upline leaders.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So she, mostly women, like, other people that work for her, downline.
Or downline people, or upline people, and all that.
Okay, and they just, fill their cup, I guess, for lack of a better term. So they get there and they, cheer them on and like, you can do more and whatever. And I guess, do they teach them about new products?
Yeah, there's a lot of training that goes involved with it, like how to talk to people and stuff like that, how to bring in more people type thing.
Like, did Shanann make a lot of money doing this?
Yeah, she makes not much money as I do.
Really?
Yeah.
And how much is that? Because I don't know how much you make.
About 65, 70.
Okay. She makes that much just from
Yeah.
time. Wow. How many people does she have underneath her?
Like, people that signed up underneath her, probably about 200. But like active people that promote it, it's probably about 50 or so. So like, she has, her team does about $80,000 a month in sales. Yeah.
That's crazy. Sorry about that. Okay, so she's at this conference, and obviously, even before that, like, you said that you kind of talked about, separating or whatever when she got into bed or after you woke up.
Yeah.
When did that start?
So in the 5 weeks that we were, like, when she was in North Carolina and I was back here.
And when did she leave for North Carolina? What was that date?
June 26th.
So the end of June?
Yeah.
Okay. And she leaves in June, and that's when... What?
Yeah, like, being, like, when we were talking and everything and texting and calling each other, like, we could feel like there was, like, that disconnect there. And, like, over that period of time, like, our conversations were shorter, text messages were a little bit less, like more like emotional type thing, more less lovey-dovey type things.
So explain, like, even before June, was there any other issues as far as your relationship goes? Or, everyone goes through ups and downs.
Like over a year ago, it's more of like, I could see that maybe it wasn't like as hot and heavy as like, as it was when we first met, that spark and everything like that. But like, like you say, ups and downs in marriages, like, they have their lows and they have their highs. And like, I was hoping that we can just like, it would just work itself out. Like, that's
it's hard with babies and,
Yeah, when the kids are involved, it's a little bit harder. A lot harder.
And just as far as like your time away from your spouse and, just trying to make time for them and, give them emotional attention and that kind of stuff. I know that kind of can get strained. Did you feel that once you started having kids or, did you feel that even before?
Yeah, we didn't like go on dates really a whole lot after we had kids because, we just, kids monopolize a lot of your time. Like, you take up a lot. So it's like, you want to focus, like, right on your kids all the time. And that's what we did. We didn't really focus on ourselves much. And I think that's where, like, I'm not going to blame the kids for a disconnection or anything, but, like, yeah, we focus, like, on the kids, like, all the time. But, like, and then, like, as our relationship got longer and longer, it was more of, like I could feel that disconnect that was there. Like, when they talk, like, we didn't have those deep conversations anymore, like, anything like that. So like that's when it kind of all started, and I was hoping that, maybe it just worked itself out. And being like, when those 5 weeks when she was in North Carolina and I was here, like, I could feel it more.
Like, tell me about that. What do you mean by that?
So like, you could feel like the disconnect more, like, in the conversations we were having, and like, they were just short, and like, it felt like, nothing
Yeah, tell me
was,
about that. Like, what did it seem like when you got out there
yeah,
finally?
like when I got out there, it was just like, you could feel like, you know, you get to the airport, you know, just wrap the kids, like, around, they come running through the alarm and everything, they were running through a place they couldn't even run into, and give them a big old hug and everything, and then, like, gave Sinead a hug and everything, and just, like, you can just feel it start from there, like, everything just felt, like, different. Like,
Did you kiss or anything?
we kissed right then, but, like, after that, it was just, like, every night, it was more of, like, we talked, but it was, like, mainly it was through text. Like,
When you were there?
yeah, because it was more like, whenever we would talk about, like, how we were feeling, it was more of, like, we would just text back and forth type of thing. Because, like, that's how we could get our feelings more across, because her mom, everybody was still there. Like, we weren't really alone, because her parents were there.
So tell me about, like, when did that first text, you know, like, what was that first text like as far as, like, one of you, you know, deciding to talk to the other one about maybe separating or, you know, not feeling great about your relationship or whatever? Like, who was that first person that sent that text, and what did that text look like?
It was probably on her phone, but it was, so when I got there, it was July 31st, went to the beach August 1st, and her dad was there for a few days, and then her mom came down. So we were never really, like, alone together. So that's why some of our conversations were through text as far as that goes.
So while you're both there together, you're still texting each other about stuff. And what were those texts about? Like, what did they say?
It's just kind of like, you know, where is our relationship going type thing. Like, where, like, if we're bringing a third kid into this world, like what's our relationship going to look like? Like, is it going to be, are we going to work this out? Or is this going to lead to a separation? Is this going to lead to where, like, we stay together and be civil with the kids?